How's everyone doing today? My name is Caleb Mueller, and today I would like to talk to you about the falling iPad sales. In the second quarter of 2014, iPad sales fell 16% of what was expected, and that is due to inflated sales from the second the second quarter of 2013. Tim Cook explained it as there were struggles with keeping up with demand during the holiday season, so many of the sales actually spilled over into the March of 2013. I also believe that the reason why iPad sales have declined this much since the expected rate, many people don't have a reason to upgrade their iPad. Current users are buying smaller, cheaper tablets from competitors such as Samsung and Microsoft. Samsung and Microsoft have been carrying on an aggressive marketing campaign to market their smaller, cheaper tablets against the iPad. And the people who own iPads, current iPad users, constantly say that we have not given them a reason to upgrade. They simply say that they believe that their iPad is performing all the functions that it needs to, and that there is no significant change between the iPad that they have now and the iPads that we have released since that purchase. I believe that we need to remedy this situation by creating a new marketing campaign that shows the strides in technology that we have made to create better, faster, more responsive iPads, and show the consumers that the iPad is still a viable tablet and that current iPad users should upgrade to the newest tablet. I believe that people aren't completely aware of the strides in technology that we have made with the iPad Air and the iPad Mini. Things like a faster processor and Retina display put that above many of the iPads that people are using right now. I also think that a new way to create and ensure iPad sales for the long term would be to implement them into schools. Now, we do have 10 million units of the iPad in schools around the globe, but we have yet to fully tap that market. I believe that what we should do is create state deals with the state governments, local districts on implementing iPads in a much larger scale. The problem with that seems to be implementation. Each school has a different ecosystem, and kids often are hacking into their iPads and using them for other things, such as web browsing and things that are not sanctioned by those schools. But I believe that what we can do is create a stable and secure software for schools to install on the iPads so that the students cannot hack into and use the iPads for different reasons. And this way, it can keep them focused on their schoolwork, and it will reduce stress levels for schools, making the iPad and this program more valuable to them. I also think that we need to come up with a standardized training program for the teachers so that the implementation for these devices will be a smoother and much easier transition. I think that it would be a great use of our geniuses that work at the Apple stores on a much larger scale to train these teachers in the use of the iPad and how powerful it truly is, and what a great tool it is for learning. Doing this will guarantee sales for the iPad over the long term, and it will ensure dominance in this area if we can create a deal with state governments now and seize this market while it's still available. iPads will be great for schools in that they will eliminate textbooks, and that will reduce paper usage for books and will help the environment, as well as help students manage and become accustomed to new technologies and prepare them for the workforce once they leave. I think that this will also make managing students' assignments, as well as help studying tactics, and ultimately this will give the students a higher quality of learning and allow them to study and learn material more effectively through the streamlined process of the iPad. Ultimately, I think that money for startup advertising and personnel salaries and what have you for training teachers will ultimately be nominal in the sense that most of the training program will be subsidized by the government. I believe that the mass purchase orders of iPads will greatly offset these startup costs and will ultimately be a lucrative decision for this company to move forward seizing this market of the education system and becoming the standard of education in America and across the world. Thank you.